A good Tuesday, everybody, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm meteorologist Ben Dery. Thanks for checking us out on Kare 11 Plus. A chilly St. Patrick's Day. These are low temperatures that we woke up to earlier today. Above and below zero in the Twin Cities. Lake Elmo dropped to 6 below zero. Princeton down to 8 degrees below zero. Officially at MSP, 1 above. Didn't quite get sub-zero officially. However, 1 above is the coldest we've been this late in the season in 30 years. You have to go all the way back to 1996 to find a later temperature cooler than what we've been dealing with. So unusually cold as we started off this morning, and you can see even double digits below zero for parts of northern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota. International Falls, one of the coldest places, 16 degrees below zero. If you want to warm up, just head to the desert Southwest. Various extreme heat headlines down there throughout this week, where temperatures are forecast to be over 100 degrees, and this is also record-setting heat. Phoenix, for example, is about to experience their earliest 100-degree day ever. And they're beating their old record by about 10 days or so. So some wild heat happening down in the desert Southwest. We are just dealing with some extreme weather of our own. We saw the snowy conditions over the weekend. We saw the cold this morning. Now it's time to talk about some snowy conditions expected later this afternoon. We have a weak clipper type system, which is going to quickly move through the region today, and a nuisance snow is expected that could provide us with some slick spots for the evening commute. Not a lot of snow is expected, generally about an inch or two of snow, but the timing isn't great, which is why we've issued this weather impact alert starting at 3 p.m. today, going through midnight. That's kind of our window of seeing some snowier conditions. So again, not a lot of snow is falling, but because of the timing with the evening commute and the fact that a lot of people are going to be out and about for St. Patrick's Day this evening, we went ahead and issued the alert. So here's our weather system right now, which looks a little more impressive than it actually is. A lot of the snow we're seeing on radar is actually falling way up high in the atmosphere and then evaporating before it reaches the ground. So really, the actual snow reaching the ground is in far western Minnesota. But again, this swath is going to slowly work its way through the state during the day today, providing us with some snowy conditions at times. This is 5 p.m. Scattered snow showers around the Twin Cities. Probably roads will be okay by this point. From St. Cloud northwest, that's where the roads will be a bit more on the snowier side. And watch as we head deeper into the evening hours where the snow kind of picks up at coverage and intensity. This is 8 p.m. this evening when things will be rocking and rolling. Probably going to see our worst travel conditions around this time with snow-covered roads. Again, an inch or two of snow on the ground, and we'll see things gradually taper after midnight. And you can see the snow is pretty much gone by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, and roads should be okay as we head into Wednesday, unless they're still dealing with slick spots from this past weekend. Here's how much snowfall we are expecting. Most of us getting at least a little bit of snow. But you can see the lighter colors here in west central and southwestern Minnesota, Minnesota River Valley in particular, dusting to an inch of snow expected there. About 1 to 2 inches for the Twin Cities metro, areas along the I-94 corridor. And then just north and northeast of that line, you can see the darker blue shaded areas where 2 or 3 inches of snow is expected. And you can see zooming in a closer look around the Twin Cities metro. Most of us, again, an inch or two of snow, but we could see some locally higher amounts just north and east of town. So that window of seeing the snowfall is, again, between about 3 o'clock this afternoon through midnight, and you could see 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock is when we'll see the actual snow falling from the sky. And we want to mention this too. It's kind of chilly outside today. Temperatures only in the teens through the evening commute. However, temperatures will actually warm through the overnight hours. So you take a look at temperatures right now. Most of us are in the teens, at least for current readings. Behind that frontal system, temperatures are markedly warmer. Of course, over the high plains, we don't really have much snowpack on the ground, but still much warmer conditions to our west. And as that frontal system works its way through the region, we'll see temperatures actually warm through the overnight hours and continue to warm throughout the day tomorrow. So high temperatures over the next 5 days looks like this. 22 above today. We'll probably see that just before midnight tonight. 40 for a high on Wednesday, mid-40s on Thursday. And as we head into Friday, which, by the way, is the first official day of spring this upcoming Friday, temperatures are in the 50s, and we should stay in the 50s at least through Saturday before we cool things down again heading into the second half of the weekend. So bottom line today will remain chilly. Some light late afternoon and evening snow is in the forecast. Inch or two of snow is expected with a southerly breeze about 5 to 15 miles per hour. You can see region-wide temperatures more reminiscent of mid-January than mid-March, but this is as cool as the forecast gets. And just one thing to note, it felt cold this morning. It is likely that we will not see temperatures that cold until probably late November, if not December, which is what? 9-10 months away, something like that. So that's a long time that we have waiting for those cooler temperatures again. So enjoy it while it's here, I guess. Temperatures warming up noticeably by Wednesday. 40 degrees for a high temperature, which is pretty close to average for this time of year, maybe a little bit cooler than average, but regardless, some melting will be taking place. Seasonal temperatures on Thursday, and yes, spring officially begins this upcoming Friday. At that point, the direct rays of sun will be crossing the equator. That signals the start of spring in the northern hemisphere, and temperatures warm up nicely in response. You can see 52 degrees on Friday, 56 on Saturday, and one thing to note about those warming temperatures, if we didn't have a foot of snow on the ground, temperatures could easily be in the 60s by the time we head into the weekend, but we have that refrigeration effect where the warmer temperatures go into melting the snow instead of heating up the ground. Regardless, seasonably warm through the upcoming weekend. Temperatures cooling off a little bit as we head into next week.